Alright, good morning. My name is Katie. You guys can call me Miss Katie. We're at the Art Center, King's Art Center today, and we're going to do some art lessons. So our first one is for age groups in pre-K through kindergarten, and we're going to make a fish scene out of shapes. So you guys probably all know your squares and your triangles and circles, but these are going to become fish. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a couple triangles and a couple circles and a couple squares onto my watercolor paper. I'm going to use a plain old pencil and just lightly draw them on our paper. Draw them different sizes. So now I've got a couple different shapes on my paper. The way we turn them into fish is by adding a couple details. So I'm going to add some eyes and a line for the gills. It's just a dot and a curve. Let's add some fins now. You can do these however you like. You can make sure to have fun with it. Feel free to take your time and do this on the rest of your shapes. Alright, so I've got all of my fish going in different directions, and they each have some fins, they each have an eye, just a little dot, a smile, and a line where their gills would be. So that's the fun part. Now we're going to add some other details to make it look more like the ocean. So what's in the ocean? Seaweed and a sandy bottom. We can do a line across the bottom, just kind of curvy like sand would be. Now we'll draw some squiggles going up from the sand. This is going to be the seaweed. Feel free to add as many as you want and make your ocean look however you want. Add some seashells, add a treasure chest, add whatever you can think of. Great. So feel free to add as many details as you want. I think I'm going to keep it simple today. And there we go. There's our shapes turned into fish and our seaweed. And now we have an ocean. So our next step is to color it in. We are going to use just whatever set of watercolors you have at home. We'll use a medium-sized paintbrush, and you'll need a cup of water and a paper towel. So to use watercolors, I'm going to get my paintbrush wet first. So these three colors right here, red, orange, and yellow, are what we call warm colors. I'm going to paint all my fish with warm colors so that they stand out from our blue ocean. So now you can have fun coloring in your fish whatever colors you want, but try to keep them in the warm family. We'll save our blues and greens for the ocean and the seaweed. Because watercolor uses water, we're going to use a crayon, which is made of wax, to outline all of our fish so that the watercolor doesn't cover up all of our lines we just did. Choose any color crayon and go over your lines. This will create a barrier when you use watercolor. And you'll see how the watercolor resists that spot. Now that I've got all of my drawing outlined in crayon, I can go in and use my watercolor now. Change between paints. Yeah, so every time you want to choose a different color, just make sure and give your brush a little rinse. Dab it on your paper towel, and go for some clean water, and choose a new color. Inside my fish, I can even combine a couple colors. So if I have a red fish, but I want him to have a little bit of orange, I can just take a dab and put it straight on. And since watercolor is still wet, it'll blend together really nicely. I'm trying to do the body of my fish a different color than the fins, just so that they stand out. So red, orange, and yellow are all warm colors. This means that they usually stand out a little more. They're brighter, and against colors like blue and green, they'll really pop. So that's why we're doing our fish mostly those colors. I put a little bit of purple in there because this is a pretty warm purple. It's got some red in it. So it looks pretty nice with our fish. All right, so now it's time to paint the background. Our crayon outlines will hopefully keep our watercolors kind of separate. You can take a minute to let your fish dry now if you want, or you can go straight to painting the sand, which is what I'm gonna do. So sand is usually yellow, but you can make it whatever color you want. For this, you're gonna want a lot of paint on your brush since it's a bigger area. Having your brush with lots of water in it will help your paint to spread out over this large area. I'm going to carefully outline my shells or whatever details you've added to your sand. Right, so now it's time for the ocean. I'm going to use a combo of cool colors for that. I'm going to use blue, I'm going to use purple, and a little bit of green. Watercolor is really fun for big areas like this because I can let those colors blend however they want. Making sure to get lots of water on my brush to help the colors spread out. I'm going to start doing the background. The more water you put on there, the lighter your colors will be, which is a cool effect to balance out with some darker areas. Have fun blending your colors together and go ahead and fill the background of your ocean. For the background, you can switch to a bigger paintbrush to make it go faster. All right. So I've got everything colored in, and now I can go back and do any sort of details I want. You're welcome to be finished now or have fun and add more. So thanks for watching this lesson, and have